it's T here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm gonna do a first impression try on of all the new products that I bought at Sephora that I've just been leaving to the side, and now I would like to just put it on my face and show you them their performance and what I think about it. It's like a whole bunch of stuff in here and I'm so excited to show you guys. So let's get this party started. Let's jump straight into doing my eye makeup. I don't have a new shadow palette. I know I keep saying that I'm going to pick up the Natasha Denona one, but I don't have a new shadow palette, so we're just gonna do something quick, something easy, because the main focus today is the complexion, things that are going on my face. And I also want to address this black eye. Well, both eyes have like a little bit of bruising on them. So I didn't get punched, I swear. Nobody hurt me, but I got another session of micro needling done, hence you guys will see my face is like beat up. I mean, my face always looks really beat up anyway with the acne and stuff. So what they did was they injected like certain, what is it called? I forgot what it is called, but it was like some medical thing. And so when you get a vampire facial, that's what I usually do. The vampire facial is pretty much where it's micro needling, but they take your blood and they do some spinny science thing with it. And when they do some spinny science thing with it, it separates and it has like this, I think it's, I don't know if it's plasma. I think it's called plasma. They said it, but I was just in so much pain because you're like, they're working on your face and I'm like in so much pain that I'm just like not really, I'm not focusing. I'm just like, help, help, help. So there's that. And so they took some of the plasma because there was extra plasma, and what they did was injected in underneath my eye bags to make sure that you don't have wrinkles. Like, it's like a natural Botox with your own like body juices. I know, so weird to say. And then they also injected it underneath all of the scarring. So yeah, that is currently where we are at right now. I just primed my eyelids with you know who, with you know what. I don't need to repeat because I'm a broken record right now. For lip balm, I did get the Augustinus Bader lip balm. This is what it looks like, and I'm really excited. So I got the AB lip balm that I want to try. I also, if you guys saw my other video, I also got the Viela FR, but we already know how she performs, so that is more of a restock than anything. I love hello to prep lips. So yeah, I have some like bruising and swelling in certain areas, and it looks like I got beat up. I know, guys, I know. So I'm like looking at myself like, I don't even know if I should record it all, and like I'm just going through it right now. That's thick and moisturizing. Very expected. I have the AB like moisturizer, the night moisturizer, and I really like it. So, you know, the looks, it speaks for itself. Okay, I'm gonna reel it back in because we were supposed to do our eyes before I got lost in the lip balm. So let's reel it back in. I am actually going to be using the Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Mattes, the neutral, which is the more cooler tone one. When in doubt, when I have no new shadow, I always pick this one up, or the Rare Beauty. I don't know what it is, but I gravitate towards them. They have such an amazing like just neutral like selection. It's boring, but it's like really true to my everyday go-to look. I just really love it. I don't really know what it is, but yeah, those two palettes I've been gravitating towards nonstop, on camera, off camera, my day-to-day life. Oh, I also wanted to update in case you guys missed last week's video. I had to go to urgent care and I know you guys are like, shocker. I'm fine, by the way. Everything is okay. Nothing is wrong with me. I'm like back to normal now. My pupil is actually back to normal now. Like looking at the light, my pupil like have just like dilated back together and I can see now. But it was like really scary last week because what had happened is I was doing work and cleaning, and then all of a sudden my vision started getting really blurry, and then I was getting like really nervous and scared because I was like, okay, this is not normal. And like, why is my vision just all of a sudden just got like really extremely blurry out of nowhere? And so I went into the bathroom and looked inside the mirror, and one of my people, and I had contacts on, so I was just like, okay, maybe it's just my contacts irritating me or something. But anyway, I literally looked into the bathroom mirror and I looked at myself, and one of my pupils, this one specifically, my right side, my right, your left? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm just like rambling right now while we are getting this eye on, which I should be a lot faster at doing this because otherwise this video is gonna be over an hour long. So what had happened was this eye, it dilated and it stayed dilated. If you want to see the picture, go back in last Thursday or last week's video, the last one that I posted for the week, for you guys to see what it looks like. I want to give you an FYI. It's creepy as heck to have one eye not dilated and the other eye extremely dilated. So yeah, that was my life. I'm back to normal now. I actually have a follow-up appointment with my optometrist, and I can see now. I can wear contacts now, and everything is good. Originally, they thought I was like, they're like, oh, this is like a symptom of like a stroke or something. And I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I just have been, I wouldn't say going through it, but I have just been trying to work and running around and making things happen right now. And I'm just at the stage in my life where I'm like, okay, I'm stressed and I just need to let certain things go so that I can just not be stressed anymore. And there was like a time like, oh my gosh, I just need more time for myself. And it's not that I don't take care of myself, it's more so of like life happens and hits the fan. That's all I'm gonna say. Life happens and hits the fan. I'm going to go in with this NYX liner. I really like this liner. It is what it is. It's so cheap. It's so creamy. And yeah. And then, you know, my huge, I would line and then I would take like a dark shadow and I really like to just smudge the line out, like to make it not as perfect. I've been also decluttering my Jellycats, and I created a website to sell all of my own personal collection of Jellycats, and it's been really fun. I did my first like full shipment of all my like used or like just Jellycats that haven't been loved, that I just have been, not that they haven't been loved, I just have a lot of Jellycats. And the problem with having a lot of Jellycat, I know this sounds like, oh my god, I have a lot of Jellycat. That's really not what I'm trying to say here. But with the Jellycat, sometimes you just put them in boxes and you leave them and you forget about them. and I feel like that's not fair to them. They should probably go to a home or somebody. So I had a adopt my jellies on my website. So there's that. If you guys love Jellycat, I know. If you guys watch this for just makeup, you guys can just skip through. I know this is a makeup, more beauty, not so much of a collector thing, but if you guys are anything like me and you also like Jellycat, you should check out my Instagram. I'll have Chris insert it, or I will link it down in the description box below of my Instagram for Jellycat. And if you want like beauty content only, I do have an Instagram for just like clothes and beauty and makeup. Okay, let's get that liner. Make sure both line looks semi even. I have come to terms that some of my liner won't be so even. Now that we got both liner, I'm going to use this Q-tip with a little bit of my cellar water as per usual, my little routine where I really like to clean. And I advise you guys to do this as well because it just makes the liner so much better. The eyeliner is so much cleaner and it doesn't look so cray-cray. Although sometimes I accidentally wipe an extra connecting piece. Okay, I'm gonna go in one more time and just try to clean up the under eyes. Cool. Cool beans. I don't know. Should I do eyelid tape today? I kind of want to, but I kind of don't because my eyelid's not that bad. Let's actually do some mascara. There is a new mascara that I have been testing and trying. And if you guys watch my drugstore video, you guys will see that I'm currently testing the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky Tubes. This is a tubing mascara. OMG, it's so good. Not this is so good. Tubing mascaras are so good in general, so that's why I'm testing this out and I will give you guys my final thoughts. So far, I believe that this is the only tubing mascara out right now at the drugstore. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but I think this is the only drugstore brand. But regardless, I've been very excited for this. I've been wearing it every chance that I've gotten, and then I will keep you guys posted on my final thoughts. The comparison in my head right now in terms of quality would be like this brand, Thrive Cosmetics, is like the creme of the crop for me. So any mascara that claims that they're a tubing mascara, I usually put them through that. Like I compare them to that, and of course, then I look at like pricing, I look at value, I look at performance, I look at all of that fun stuff. So I will keep you guys posted on my final thoughts on this because I've only used it a couple of times. And so far, they're so good. I've used it without curling my lashes. I've used it with curling my lashes. All of that fun stuff. So, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna do like a quick couple of coats because I'm so excited to go over my complexion because that is the star of this. So, the eye is gonna be very basic, very quick, very like, okay, let me just get all this on and be done with the eyes because there's not a whole ton of new stuff. Also, I just want to make it known, I don't know if you guys are new here, but this eyelash, this side, gives me the hardest time. Like my lid is droopy, the brows are not as like, you know, as like the side. They're not the same. So this eye always gives me the hardest time with everything, like shadow blending, eyelashes, brows, being a little bit droopier. It's like, it's the worst, but I try to finagle it to work with me. But this side, I feel like it's a little bit more of a fair assessment of how like the normal lashes, but also for you guys to see both sides. Like if you guys have wonky lashes like this side, this is how the mascara performs. And then if you don't have wonky lashes like this side doesn't really give me any trouble. It's full. It separates at the right time. It is full everywhere. There's no bald spot and it's like super long. Like, do you see that? Ooh, my lashes. It just always hurts my feelings. Life is so unfair. I just wish both eyes are even, you know? Just the eyes. Like, everything else doesn't have to be perfect. Like, look at that. Okay. Anyway, moving on to foundation. I'm going to try out this YSL foundation. I've been very, very excited. It's a cushion foundation that is soft glow. I don't know if this is good for oily skin, but we're gonna try it out. I saw soft and glow, and me being an oily girl, I was very, very, like, I use almost nothing for my skincare and skin prep. I did a little bit of like micellar water and the thinnest amount of toner, and then that's it, because I am so scared that this is going to be too glowy and dewy for me. So this is what the packaging looks like. Very typical YSL, very luxe, gold, and has like this pink cushiony leather and then the YSL logo. And then inside you have a mirror. Do not mean to blind you guys, so I'm just gonna keep it like very low key down here. You have a puff. This, I'll use it for today, but after a week, this puff is go bye-bye. Like, it's disgusting. So this is what the compact looks like. You just pull this out, and then there's your cushion. So this is the shade. I hope it matches. I was going base off of the picture online. I was in between shades, but I was not gonna purchase two shades because I'm just like, hey, this is such a waste of money. So let me just put it on. I think that's a decent match for my, gee, this is not gonna be fun. I think I need to put 3 fingers. Okay, I gotta put 3 fingers in the cushion because 2 was slipping out. So let's pat this in really quickly. And I just took only 1 dip into the product. Like, I'm gonna show you guys the coverage for that one. Like, it's very, goes far. Holy, it definitely goes far. Is it full coverage? No, because you can still see it, but it's pretty medium. See how it does on this like purple area right underneath my eyes right here. That's pretty, actually. I was not expecting that. It's a very pretty natural finish, I want to say. I will go back in with another layer after, once it dries down, once I do 1 full layer. So this is what it looks like. That is very pretty. That was not expected. And then the other side, I'm actually going to try this out with like one of my usual foundation brushes, the one that I usually like stipple into my skin. And let me see what the coverage would look like. Also, I've been really loving this color changing thing, and it's usually for eyeshadow, by the way. It's not for like foundation and stuff, but I try to like clean the top of this off so there's like no gunk on my really lazy day, which is every day. Okay, moving on. Let's, I'm just gonna take 1 like dab, just like I did for the other one, and then we're just gonna stipple this in all over. And do note this side has a lot more zit sticker than the other side. So this is what the side looks like after that application. Don't mind my zit stickers. And I'm just gonna go in and cover it more. because yo girl loves a full coverage foundation. And I'm actually gonna go over this side as well a little bit more on any of the areas that needs a little bit more coverage, like right here, and just stipple that in. And then I'm gonna go on my forehead like so. Do you guys think this is a match? I think this is a match for me. I could like go one shade darker, but that's a pretty solid match. Good job. Every time I match myself off of like pictures on Sephora app, I'm just like, wish me luck, because these are, once you open them, it goes either way. It's either very orange and dark or extremely ghostly light that it doesn't even match with your skin tone. And then it's like over because you tried it and you cannot return it after that, and you're just like, this is $50. That's why sometimes I want to go in person to swatch it out. It's a very beautiful natural skin like finish in my opinion. I don't know, what do you guys think? I am going to tame these crazy baby hairs right now because they're driving me absolutely nuts, making me look a little shabby right now, making me look a little, but I don't want to like do it all. I want to just lightly my little baby hairs, which I really like looking because I'm just like, oh my gosh, my baby hairs are, they're coming out, I'm growing hair and I'm not balding anymore. That's like in my head, I'm like, oh my god, I'm not balding anymore. Okay, so let's actually bronze now. That is the next step. I'm going to go in with the ILIA Sunshift Cream Bronzer in the shade Ray. I did swatch this in person and then I ended up buying it online. Don't ask me why. Okay, this is what Ray looks like. I swatched it in person and it does give you like, there's like golden reflex on this. So this is a true bronzer. So this is not like your contour shade by any means. So what I'm actually going to grab this. I might go in with a contour after for a more sculpted type of look. So I'm just gonna go in and just saturate this. Let me see what is, just saturating my brush into this. Okay, so my brush is now saturated. I have a feeling that this is gonna pull extremely warm. And when I mean extremely warm, it's just based off of my swatches, but maybe I'm gonna be wrong here. Oh, it just gives you like this more sun-kissed glow. It's not as warm as I thought. It does have like a sculpting contour to it, like an ashier shade. Maybe I'm like wrong. I'm like tripping because looking at this looks like it's gonna be warm on me, but that's actually kind of beautiful because there's like golden sheens to it, and yeah, like there's like a shine to your face. I don't know if you guys could see that, but like once you blend it out, there's like a highlighting golden look to it, but the base of this has like this gray contour tone. Maybe I don't even need a contour after all. And let me just, I don't need a contour, but if you put this on your forehead, it might emphasize it a little bit more, just simply because it's like, it has like golden sheens into it. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's a pretty golden cream bronzer, but I don't know if it's like just good for your forehead. Like if you want to slim down your forehead, like I usually like to, this might not be it. It might not be very slimming for you. So I'll keep you guys posted on this one. So far it does, like I can tell you, it does give you like this golden bronzy sheen, but also giving you that little contour. If you guys can see that, like there's like some gray for like the sculpt contour look, but also there's like a golden sheen to it that catches the light. So that's that. The next item I will be using is the blush, and I'm so excited to use the VLFR Plume blushes. Gosh, I love VLFR. Like their Bisou Balm, so good. So I got 2 shades. I got Latte Praline and Rose Fumé. I'm probably butchering this. I am so incredibly sorry I did butcher this. I do not mean to. I'm just not I'm not European, I'm not French, and I did study French in high school, but as you can see, me no speak any Francais. These are the 2 shades that I have here, and I don't know if I should use both because I'm a blush mixer, but I don't know if we should be doing that today. I just want to do like the Latte Praline all over and then really focus on this rosy shade. What do you guys think? Should we keep mixing like we usually do? Like I feel like that's so me. I feel like I'm just such a blush mixer gal that, you know what? I'm just gonna stay true to blush mixing and I'm gonna mixy it. This has the same packaging as their Plume eyeshadow, their 1 shade. So I'm gonna just buff this out and look at this beautiful, beautiful shade. They have several other shades as well. And the texture of this reminds me a little bit of the, whatchamacallit? I'm like blanking. Oh, the Prada. If you guys know what I'm talking about, the Prada blush, like the blush blur or the matte blush blur. Yeah. So that's what they remind me of. And this is such a beautiful, like, it pulls a little bit more warm on me. It's more of like a neutral but like an orangey shade, and it's such like a perfect summer shade. That's pretty. That is very pretty. I want to like own every single one of the shades that she has because this is just, yeah, this texture, this formula is every like matte girl stream. Like it's matte, it's balmy, and it's a cream to matte, which is nothing new, by the way. Like this concept has been around for a very long time, but because she's like matte and she blurs and stuff, it makes your pores look like they don't even exist, dude. Like that's insane. My pores look non-existing. And I'm not gonna be very like careful with this. I'm blowing this everywhere. I'm blending it everywhere. I'm making sure I saturate all areas because we're in the blush blindness era, and I don't know how long it's gonna be, but we're gonna be in the blush blindness era for some time, and I'm here for it. We used to be in the freaking bronzing and highlighting to the like where you're shining and blinding everyone and stuff. Do you guys remember that era where the highlighter had to be like big stripe of highlighting? My goodness, what a fun time. Then I'm gonna grab this Rose Fume and just really focus it right at the center right here, like so. Give that like flush right at the center of the cheek and give you this like ombre look. Okay, and I always run it over me nose. Okay, that's what we look like right now. And then the next step would be to just conceal. What I do is like just clean this up, and I don't have a new concealer. There hasn't been a lot of concealers that have launched lately. Watch, I'm gonna say that, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like the foundation where reformulation, everyone, everywhere, all the time. If that happens, I'm buying another Estee Lauder as a backup because all these reformulations scares me, okay? I get it. I get that it's happening, but sometimes it messes up with the formula and it makes me so sad because this is my favorite concealer for my extremely oily skin. So Yeah. Watch, I'm gonna jinx it, and the next thing that they're gonna do is reformulating all the concealers, and I'm gonna be like, okay. While we are sitting here, and I like to leave this to dry, if you guys haven't seen my previous videos, I did want to just like swatch a few items, blushes that I received. I don't think I've swatched these 3 NARS. I think I swatched these 2. Did I swatch these two? I don't remember, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm going to just swatch some. If you guys haven't watched the previous video or you watched my YouTube short. So this is Orgasm Fantasy, and NARS is just so wild with all of their names and it kills me. So this is Orgasm Fantasy. This is like your like matte, or not matte, but like a solid shade of the Orgasm, the original Orgasm, which I did get the original Orgasm shade as well too. And this one is, oops, sorry. This one has the sheen, the sparkle. It pulls off a little bit more sorbet-y and orangey, and a lot of glow to it. So give me 1 second. And it's a lot more sheer, in my opinion. It's more of your like blush topper to make everything really glowy and shiny and shimmery and sparkly, pretty much. So those are 2. I'm very excited about it. All the other shades didn't really like call or scream my name, although there was a neutral shade, I forgot what it's called, that I should have gotten, but I have so many blushes. The other one is I got the multiples. It's in the shade Behave. Yeah, it's just all these play on of sexual stuff. So this is like a light peachy shade that I got, and this is how it blends. It's more of like a stick. So for you guys to just take a look, it's very velvety as well, and it just like blends very well, like no patchiness on your hand. This is what Behave looks like from the multiples, and this is more matte for sure. The multiples give off more matte, while these 2 give more of like a juicy, shiny look to them. And then let me swatch the Lawless one, and then I'm gonna blend this out because we've left it a little way too long. But I'm gonna swatch the Lawless one. I won't be swatching this Huda Beauty because I already swatched it in the video last week, but I don't think I swatched the Lawless blush in Gumdrop. So this is what Gumdrop looks like. It's more of a purple tone pink, and this was on sale. So if you're watching this and the sale is still going on, this is what Gumdrop looks like. It's more of that lilac, lavender, baby pink that's like really trending right now for a lot of people. So there's that. Let's get blending because we need to at this stage. I've left this for a little too long. Okay. No, it's still blendable, and that's what I really love about Estee Lauder. It's so good. The concealer is just so good. And I always, and if you guys haven't tried this, is like put your concealer on and let it dry for a little bit. Not like me where we're like recording this video and like swatching like a gazillion different blushes and talking and yapping. But if you guys are doing your makeup and you guys are not like distracted in other things, I would leave the concealer to dry for a little bit, like 30 seconds. Like do your eyes or do your lashes at this stage or something, and then go in and blend because it gives you so much more control, and it concentrates the product in the right place. And because you let it dry at certain areas, here won't crease as badly. Not saying it won't crease at all, just not as badly. So give it a try, let me know. And then I just like buff it and blend it out, and then the inside. And this really gives my eyes out here like a lift. And then I'm gonna blend in here, and I'm gonna clean up the blush area as well, just so that it's not so blown out. And that's like the beauty of doing blush before concealer. Like that's like in my routine. I always like to do my blush before my concealer, so I can like really go in and like layer everything while the blush still looks like it's part of my skin. It's just all about blending and layering the correct items at the correct time. Sorry. I know, you guys are probably like, this mirror is always in the way. Like, I'm always like doing my lashes like this. And like, I'm always like so close. And I'm trying to get used to it because sometimes I'm just like, I'm blind. Like, I need it to be really close. Even though I wear contacts, I'm still so blind for some reason, which means I need to go to the doctor and get that checked out. Okay, now that we've clean that up, that's what we look like. And I'm going to go in with the blush brush prior, and I'm just going to tap whatever's left earlier on the blush so that we have like a lot more cohesiveness. We blend in everything so it's just not like just stark white right underneath the eyes. So there's that. And then the next thing that I want to do is powder. I'm going to use the Laneige Neo Essential Blurring Finishing Powder. I'm so excited for this powder because it's like, it screams, if you are oily, pick me up. That's really what it is. And this is a Korean brand. I feel like Korea or Koreans, they do like powders or skincare so well with my Asian skin as well. So I tend to gravitate towards like more of like products that is for more my Asian skin, that pigments easily, that oils easy, that has sebum, that has a gazillion pores. So I'm gonna take this out, and I know I cheated. I shouldn't have watched like how to work this, but what it does is that when you press down, the product comes out, which is dangerous. Okay, make sure you don't press too hard. But I just wanted to do that to show you guys. I got it all over my finger. I will not be using the puff just simply because I'm a brush girl. And this is actually really cool because once you press it down, this is the product that you get, and you don't get any more product until you press it down again. So keep that in mind, that you don't have to keep pressing it unless you want more product to come out. And then I'm just gonna go back in and just like stamp areas that I just put my concealer on, and then I'm going to go in and tap this in. I'm gonna focus a lot around my areas that are oily and has a lot of pores. So this is what we look like. And then I take the rest and just set the other areas. I try not to powder my under eyes so much. And this powder is very finely milled. If you guys take a look at this, look at this. It's so finely milled. Like, it's not like the Natasha Denona one where you're like, oh, it's very clumping together. So I'm going to set this down. Also be careful because it's so finely milled. I just breathe it in. Wow. Oh, I just like breathe that in. Sheesh. Okay, and then we're just gonna stamp this and make sure all the oilier, dang, powder is powdering. You know, this is like the effect that, well, most powders give this effect, but this is the effect I want to say is very comparable to the new One Size Beauty oil blot spray, and I've been trying it and it's so cool. It's the coolest thing. If you have oily skin, try it and let me know, like, or just like leave your face like really oily, like right when you're like around the time where you are going to, or you're supposed to like either powder again or you're supposed to use a blotting sheet. Try that setting spray and tell me what you think. And it was like, because you expect it to be like really wet, but then it does the complete opposite and you're just like, whoa. It's like a powder or a oil blotting paper inside a spray bottle. So there's that. This is what this looks like so far. I don't actually have a bronzer, so, or I don't have a, not, I don't have a bronzer. I do have a bronzer. I just don't have a powder bronzer, excuse me. I also don't have a powder blush as well too. So let me pick two out that I really want to use, and we'll, like, you'll watch me as well. Okay. I'm sorry, this is gonna have to be a two-part video because I had to go do something. So I forgot where I was, but I think we finished swatching the blushes. So just you know, pick up where we were supposed to pick up. So the next thing that I will be doing is me lips. So I have a lot of lip stuff here. Like, when I say I have a lot of lip stuff, I have a lot of lip stuff here. Okay. So we're gonna swatch all these because this video is already super long, so we might as well make it longer. So let's just swatch all these. I for sure will be using this lip liner. I just don't know which lipstick I will be using it with. So the only two that I won't be swatching is the Lawless and the Laura Mercier, where I already swatched this in my previous video. So I'm gonna leave that over there. And I think I already also swatched the Tom Ford one. Did I swatch this Tom Ford one? Yes, I did. So we're cutting things down so that it's not so long that I've already swatched either on my YouTube short or my like previous videos. I'm gonna swatch the ones that I haven't really swatched. So this one is the Blush Balm Tint from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Pillow Talk. Now, Charlotte Tilbury was, not this one specifically, but their lip gloss in Pillow Talk was on sale, and I was like, oh no, how could you? I wanted it so bad. It sold out super quickly. Of course, you know, everyone loves Pillow Talk. That's like Charlotte's greatest invention is to give us Pillow Talk. Ooh, this is like, what shade is this? What did I say this was? This is Pillow Talk. It's kind of, this is really sheer. I don't know what I was expecting out of this because it's a balm. It's very sheer. It's like one of those like light sheer balm with a little bit of color. That was not what I was expecting at all from this one. So that's Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk, the Blush Balm Lip Tint. Oh, it's a tint. So maybe it'll just like, oh, it's a 3-in-1 sheer. Sorry, I should read and give you guys the FYI info before I just like jump to extra conclusions. So this is the Blush Balm Lip Tint 3-in-1 sheer lipstick balm plus tint. So it's supposed to be sheer, and like I'm guessing the gloss comes off and then it keeps, the tint stays. And then from Tom Ford, from the Soleil line, this is the gloss Luxe. I've been really wanting like a new gloss for the summer, something a little more peachy pink and giving me this like rose latte vibe type of look. So this is in the shade Sunrise Pink, in the shade 22. And this is what it looks like. This is what I thought the Pillow Talk would actually look like, but it didn't. So this is what this looks like. And I'm pretty matte today, so I might go for the gloss with something else. I don't know yet. And these two Westman Atelier lipsticks I already swatched in my YouTube short. I'm probably gonna use one of these lipsticks today. I just don't know which one. I have Petal and Petal and Rain. So let me just line my lip. I did get the MPH, the overliner lip pencil in Skinny Dip. As you guys know, I had like the MPH lip liner in French Exit. and I really love this, so I got a much more like cooler tone shade, and this looks like pretty close, like closer to my lip color, but giving me that like contour sculpt brownie type of look. And my lips are like very pigmented and super dry, so I really like a more cool tone lip sometime. And sometimes because my lip is so pigmented underneath, it might pull the lip liner shade a certain way. So yeah, I'm just gonna sculpt that, give it like a little bit of a brownie type look. I feel like the trend right now is like such a dark brown lip, like 90s type of look, and then like a matte lighter shade in the center. I'm gonna try to do that, and I think Rain might be the shade to do that with. It's lighter than Petal. I keep saying petal. It's petal, like the flower petal. Petal. And then this is, yeah, let me just, I feel like Rain is, I feel like Petal is a little bit more pinkier than Rain. I feel like Rain is more like nude. Yeah, Rain is a little bit more nude. I'm gonna go with Rain for today and save Petal for next time. So I'm just gonna apply this more so in the center, just like so. And I love the magnetic, like, I don't know if you guys can hear this or see this, but watch. It's just so cool. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over with the lip gloss I mentioned earlier from Tom Ford, just so that I don't look so like, my lips aren't too nude. This is such a pretty gloss. It's such a pretty gloss. And then that's it. I don't have a new highlighter, but I don't think I need it with the bronzer having this glow within. So I don't think I actually need an actual highlighter. I don't know. We might just stop here and just call it a day. Yeah. I'm very happy with this look. It's very cute, it's very luxe and classy. So that is that. Thank you so much for being here the whole time and hearing me yap. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye everyone. Mwah.